Does your dog follow you everywhere? Not just sometimes. I mean everywhere. Bathroom, kitchen, bedroom, even when you're just getting up to grab a glass of water. You take 2 steps, and suddenly you hear the soft sound of paws behind you. Many dog owners call their dog a little shadow. At first, it feels adorable, but after a while, you might start wondering something deeper. Why does my dog feel the need to follow me all the time? Is it love? Is it boredom? Or could it mean something else entirely? Because according to canine behavior experts, dogs rarely repeat a behavior without a reason. And following their owner everywhere is actually one of the most misunderstood behaviors in dogs. Sometimes it's pure affection. Sometimes it's a habit your dog has learned. But sometimes your dog might be trying to communicate something important. First, attachment and safety. Let's start with the most common reason most dog owners naturally assume: attachment. Dogs are deeply social animals. For thousands of years, their ancestors survived by living in groups. In those groups, staying close to trusted members increased safety. Separation from the group meant vulnerability. So even though your dog now lives in a comfortable home, those instincts still exist deep inside their brain. And in your dog's world, you are their social anchor. Your presence signals safety. Your smell is familiar. Your voice is predictable. Even the sound of your footsteps moving around the house can be reassuring. So when your dog calmly follows you from room to room, they may simply be choosing to stay close to the person they trust the most. But there is an important detail many people overlook. Healthy attachment looks relaxed. A dog that follows you out of secure attachment usually shows calm body language. Their tail may move gently. Their posture is loose. Their breathing is normal. Often they will simply lie down nearby once they see where you are. They're not demanding attention. They're just staying close. And this kind of behavior is completely natural for a social animal. However, even healthy attachment benefits from balance. Dogs that never experience small moments of independence can slowly become uncomfortable being alone. That's why trainers often encourage dogs to occasionally relax in a different spot while their owner moves around the house. For example, if your dog chooses to stay on their bed while you walk into another room, that's actually a great opportunity to reinforce independence. A small reward or calm praise teaches your dog something powerful. I'm still safe even when my human moves away. Over time, this creates a dog that feels secure both with you and without constant proximity. 2. Learned routine. The second reason many dogs follow their owners is much simpler: routine. Dogs are extremely good at recognizing patterns. In fact, their brains are constantly scanning for cause and effect relationships. Think about how many times this has probably happened in your home. You walk into the kitchen, your dog follows. Food appears. Or you reach for your shoes, your dog follows. A walk begins. Or you sit on the couch, your dog follows. Petting and attention happen. From your dog's perspective, these experiences create a clear pattern. Follow the human, good things happen. Once a behavior leads to rewards often enough, the brain begins to repeat it automatically. That's why many dogs follow their owners especially closely during specific parts of the day. Morning routines, dinner preparation, or the moments before a walk. Your dog may also start paying attention to tiny details that humans barely notice. The sound of a treat jar, the movement of your hand toward a leash, even the way you stand up from a chair. Dogs are masters at detecting patterns, and sometimes following you is simply their brain anticipating the next positive event. If this routine becomes a little too constant, you can gently shift the pattern. Instead of rewarding the follow every time, begin rewarding calm independence. If your dog stays relaxed while you move around the house, occasionally drop a treat near their resting spot. Now your dog learns a new pattern. Relaxing also leads to rewards. And over time, the shadow behavior becomes less intense. Quick pause for a second. If you enjoy learning how dogs actually think and you want more honest breakdowns of real dog behavior, consider subscribing to the Honest Dog Brain. Every week, we explore the psychology behind common dog behaviors that most owners misunderstand. Because the better you understand your dog, the stronger your relationship becomes. Now let's talk about a reason many people never even consider. 3. Social monitoring. Sometimes your dog isn't following you because they need something. They're simply following you because they're curious. Dogs naturally monitor the movements of the people around them. In groups of animals, this behavior helps individuals stay informed about what's happening in the environment. If one member moves, others often pay attention. Movement might mean food, it might mean danger, or it might signal a change in activity. Your dog may simply be doing the same thing with you. You stand up, your dog's brain says something might happen, so they casually follow just to observe. This kind of following tends to look very relaxed. The dog might walk behind you slowly, watch what you're doing, and once they understand the situation, they often settle down nearby again. They're not anxious, they're simply staying informed. And one helpful way to make this easier for both you and your dog is creating a comfortable observation space. For example, a dog bed placed near your workspace or living room allows your dog to remain part of the environment without needing to follow every movement. Dogs that feel included in their surroundings often become calmer and more relaxed overall. 4. Anxiety. Now let's talk about the version of following that feels different. Anxiety-driven following. Earlier, we talked about how secure attachment looks calm. Anxiety, on the other hand, often looks tense. Dogs that follow their owners because of anxiety typically show additional signals. You might notice constant pacing, whining when doors close, panting even when the room is cool, or difficulty settling down even when you're nearby. Some dogs also check your location repeatedly. They may move from room to room just to make sure you're still there. This behavior can sometimes be connected to separation anxiety. In these cases, the dog isn't following because they want to. They're following because they feel unsure when you disappear. But the solution is not pushing the dog away or scolding them. That can actually increase the anxiety. Instead, the goal is gradually teaching the dog that short separations are safe. Start with very small steps. Leave the room for 10 seconds. Return calmly. Repeat the exercise several times, then slowly increase the duration. Another helpful strategy is teaching a place command. This gives the dog a specific location where they learn to relax while you move around. Over time, their brain learns something reassuring. Nothing bad happens when my human leaves for a moment, and that realization slowly reduces anxiety-driven following. 5. Hidden discomfort. The final reason many people overlook involves physical discomfort. Animals often seek closeness to trusted individuals when they feel vulnerable. Your presence can feel comforting if your dog is experiencing pain or unease. The tricky part is that the signs can be subtle. You might notice your dog becoming unusually clingy. At the same time, other small changes might appear. Maybe they stand up more slowly. Maybe they hesitate before jumping onto furniture. Maybe their enthusiasm for walks changes slightly, or perhaps their sleeping habits become different. Individually, these signals might seem small, but together they can indicate that your dog may be experiencing some discomfort. This doesn't mean every dog that follows their owner is sick, but sudden changes in behavior are always worth paying attention to, because dogs often communicate physical problems through behavior long before obvious symptoms appear. Observant owners often notice these changes first, and early awareness can make a big difference in maintaining your dog's health. What you should do. So what should you do if your dog follows you everywhere? A simple 3-step approach can help. First, teach a place command so your dog has a comfortable spot where they can relax independently. Second, reward calm independence whenever your dog chooses to stay settled while you move around. And third, keep daily routines predictable. Dogs feel much calmer when they understand what to expect from their environment. The goal is not to stop your dog from loving you. The goal is helping them feel confident even when you're not right beside them. So why does your dog follow you everywhere? Sometimes it's love. Sometimes it's curiosity. Sometimes it's habit, and sometimes it's your dog quietly asking for reassurance. Understanding the difference can completely change the way you interpret your dog's behavior, because once you learn how to read these signals, you begin to understand what your dog has been communicating all along. And if you want to strengthen that bond even more, watch our next video, 7 things your dog wishes you did every day. Some of these habits take less than 30 seconds a day, but they can dramatically improve the trust between you and your dog.